everyone. Once again, this is Coffee Conversation. My name is Craig. I'm one of the recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery Center.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karen, and I'm also a Capital Recovery Coach.
Good morning, everyone. I'm with Karen and Craig. My name is Mike. I'm one of your recovery coaches. Good morning. Welcome to our coffee conversation. As always, we are very enthusiastic and motivated to be doing something that's dealing with anything dealing with recovery or helping people in the field or the area of recovery. So thanks for tuning in today. We got any announcements coming up? What we got here?
Our Recovery on Wheels will be out tomorrow.
Uh-oh. The Amish market?
Okay.
Yeah, the Amish. No, it's going to be out on Thursday this time.
Huh? Oh, that's right. Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday. It'll be out Thursday at the Amish market. Come on out if you need any assistance with individuals who you know who probably would like to receive some assistance. You don't have to drag them. Just ask them if they would like to come. And if you just would like to come receive some information in regards to what we do here and other places around the world, around the county, just come down and get the literature. Also, if you're interested in having a brief training to receive some type of Narcan or receive some Narcan nasal vials, then come down and see us. What else we got?
It says hello.
Hey, what's up, bro?
We miss you.
Yeah, we miss you over
Hey,
there.
Rosie.
How are you? Good to see ya.
Yeah. Welcome back, Rosie. But anyway, September is Recovery Month.
This is whole month of September is Recovery Month. We have been walking. If you would like to walk on Fridays at 11, come to 72 North Pearl Street. We'll meet you outside. We take a walk down about the Brixton Zoo. And yeah, we come to support recovery. If you would like to support recovery, come take some steps for us, okay? And any other, what we got in there? Pay attention to Capital Recovery Center's page. The Spotlight Recovery is our boss, Miss Melissa Niles. You can go to Capital Recovery page and see the Spotlight Recovery for this whole particular month. If you would like to be one of the persons that would like to be featured in one of the months of Spotlight Recovery, you could just click on that link where you see the Spotlight Recoveries. And with your permission, we will share everything that you share with us. And hopefully it will inspire someone that knows you personally that might be in need of starting their recovery process.
And also, hopefully, next Monday we will have our Motivation Monday.
Yeah, we'll have some Motivational Monday, start kicking them back off. We didn't forget about all of those, so we'll start posting those soon. And yeah, we got a lot going on around here.
All right, we said it's about 4. I guess that's it for all the updates.
All right, we'll see you next week. Oh, it's not over?
No, so
Not just yet.
what's today's topic we're dealing with?
Having a healthy relationship in recovery, which was provided by AshleyTreatment.org website. You can go on there if you would like the copy of this. I will actually put the link in the description. I didn't put it in the description, but I will put it in the comment section so you can have it. I will actually put it in there right now while somebody reads.
Well, I can start off. All right. And so, once again, in this topic, it says having healthy relationships and recovery. And it talks about relationships give our life substance and meaning. Relationships are interwoven into the very fabric of the tapestry of our lives. Without them, life as we know it would be quite empty and unfulfilling. Relationships with others give our lives meaning. They define who we are. They bring us great joy and sometimes great sorrow. We have important relationships with people we love. We have friends who offer their companionship, support, and encouragement. And we have professional relationships with colleagues and co-workers. And so, as this article talks about, relationship is very important because we are sociable beings, and so therefore we quite often interact with people within our homes, within our families. And so we have friends and, as the article states, colleagues who we constantly come in contact with. We also have a relationship with ourselves. Don't forget that. We get to wake up with ourselves every morning and go to bed with ourselves every night.
Yep.
We live in our own head all day long,
All day long.
which is why we should make it a pleasant place to be.
Wow.
We are the only person we can never lose or leave. Having a healthy relationship with ourselves is just as, if not more important than having a healthy relationship with others. And in recovery, many of us have a relationship with a higher power. Don't forget that. If we do not have a relationship with a higher power, we are encouraged to develop one by working a 12-step program at programs like Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotic Anonymous.
We are.
Indeed, relationships are vital to our survival and our happiness.
Relationships with ourselves. That's that whole thing he was just reading, and I kept hearing, we are the only person we can never leave or lose or leave. Having a healthy relationship with ourselves is just as important as having one with other individuals. Love yourself. That's all I kept hearing while he was reading that. No matter, one of the things that I was taught from my mentor was, you got to start trying to do things to for your kids or your wife or your mom and father. He says, try to do it because you love yourself. He said, whenever you do something that because you are loving yourself, it's easy for it to for you to carry it out for a long period of time. So one of the things that when Craig was reading about having a relationship with ourselves, start loving yourself more. That way, you know, don't tear yourself apart. Sometimes I see people that I don't like this about me. I don't like that about me. Well, I get that, but a lot of times you say, well, I don't like my weight, but you're not doing something to change it, then that really you can't complain about certain things. You got to do something about it. So when you love yourself more, you'll treat yourself differently. So you won't be judging. Don't tear yourself apart. Don't do that.
And also, as I did read about the higher power, that's very important because a lot of people, a lot of us who are in recovery, I am in recovery, and a lot of times we say, well, we know God, but there's a difference from knowing God and having a relationship with actual higher power. And so therefore, it's very important to identify who is your higher power. For me, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is my higher power.
I'm over with Jesus Joe.
Mike, he said go with him. And so we are in agreement. Higher power is very important. A relationship, not just knowing him, but having a relationship. All right, I ain't gonna preach because
Not yet. I'll bring that Bible out.
Mike put the collar on and he get behind that pulpit. And he do his thing.
Watch it now. Hey, the importance of establishing healthy relationships. Let's see what we got here. The key to a healthy life, a happy life, is not just to have relationships, but to have healthy relationships. We have a lot of different relationships out there. You have relationships at work, outside of work. You have relationships, all types of places. But the key is to have healthy relationships. And it says in recovery, we must work to establish health and wellness in all areas of our lives. This includes how we interact with the world around us, how we approach the very scarce relationship we have with ourselves, and how we communicate with our higher power. So all of this building a relationship, we always want to have healthy relationships because sometimes when you're in unhealthy relationships, it doesn't have to be with a person or something like that, but you can just have a lot of unhealthy relationships that can be triggers. It's like, say if you came out of a lot of chaos before, then you get into another unhealthy relationship, but you're clean now. That unhealthy relationship can possibly trigger you to go back to what you used to do. So you got to have remember the importance is having a healthy relationship. Healthy relationships with others help us to evolve in our recovery process and help foster personal growth. They should be supportive, stable, and reliable. There's some good words there. Supportive, stable, and reliable. They enrich our lives and help us to navigate the darkness when we lose our way. These relationships can enrich our lives. Every relationship you get, you should be able to pour something into other individuals, and you should be able to get something poured into you from them. It should be not always you taking.
Simple.
You always on this and give me, and that I tell my kids all the time, you don't want to be the person that always just give me. You better find somebody to give away stuff to, so you can get that same blessing back in your life. Don't be a person like that. Having a healthy relationship with yourself will largely determine how much you enjoy your life. If you are your own best friend, you will generally be content and well-adjusted person. Your own best friend. Don't fall in love with yourself. I remember my pastor was talking to a lot of the single women or the women that were single. He was talking, but he was speaking it to the people who was actually not in a relationship, women not in a relationship. And he said, man, sometimes you gotta just take yourself to dinner. He said, just go to dinner yourself. They was like, by myself? He said, yeah. Just go out, order you a nice steak. He said, you gotta start loving yourself. Like, don't wait for somebody else to give you that fulfillment. He said, take yourself out to dinner. People see you at the table. Who you here with? I'm here by myself. And I thought that was awesome because it instills in you confidence to build in yourself. So if you're your own best friend, you will generally be content with will be content and a well-adjusted person.
And also encourage yourself. Sometimes, a lot of times we don't give ourselves enough credit.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like Mike say, treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Don't
all right.
Treat yourself.
Go out.
Wake up in the morning,
take yourself.
Just, embrace who you are, your self-worth, and then go a long way daily and throughout your daily life.
Yeah. It says, in a healthy relationship with God of your understanding will help you achieve the best and highest version of yourself. I have a thing where I always say, are you the best version of yourself? Because ultimately, it's always me versus me. I'm never compete with anybody else. I wake up in the morning, I say, am I the best version of myself? Man, my body hurting. I'm doing this hurting. Man, can I do better? Yeah. So it's always me versus me. Are you the best version of yourself? You got to ask yourself that question all the time. On your job, in your own personal relationships. It's just the best. Because honestly, when we are honest, if everybody would sit there and say, I actually could give a little bit more. I could do a little bit more. We just give 80%, be like, yeah, I'll take that. Mm-hmm. But we actually can give 100%. Now, remember, we're talking about ourselves.
Raise the bar.
Raise the bar. Experiencing inner peace, feeling connected to a higher conscious, faith, hope, and trust. These are just a few of the many benefits of having a healthy relationship with a higher power. I love that. I like those words I just read. I gotta read them again so I can have them in my spirit. Mm-hmm. Faith, hope, and trust. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's move.
All right, next one is what?
Here we are.
Having a healthy relationship with others?
Having a healthy relationship with others.
Right.
It says, many people in early recovery have a difficult time with relationships with other people. Because of their substance use disorder, their lives often revolve around toxic relationships, which we will talk about in just a moment. Knowing the qualities of a healthy relationship is the first step to pursuing and developing them in your life. If you don't know what to look for, you won't know it when you see it. Let's list a few of the many attributes of a healthy relationship.
We can take turns.
A healthy relationship supports recovery, not substance use disorder.
A healthy relationship is built upon mutual respect.
A healthy relationship centers on the health and wellness of each individual.
A healthy relationship feels good in your soul.
A healthy relationship involves healthy communication.
A healthy relationship encourages you to achieve your highest good.
A healthy relationship respects personal boundaries.
A healthy relationship is trustworthy and reliable.
A healthy relationship is kind and caring.
A healthy relationship makes you feel good about yourself.
A healthy relationship builds you up.
A healthy relationship makes you feel safe.
A healthy relationship makes you feel supported.
A healthy relationship enriches your life.
And a healthy relationship brings you a sense of peace and contentment.
A healthy relationship adds value to your life. It encourages to be your best self. Developing a healthy relationship takes time and commitment. It is built upon a foundation of trust, respect, caring, and kindness.
Trust, respect, caring, and kindness. We got to give you some good words here that you can process. When it talks about this healthy relationship, it summed it up and says it talks about is a foundation for trust, respect, caring, and kindness. All of that stuff is something you would need to have a healthy relationship with other individuals. We talked about having a healthy relationship with ourselves, but in order to have trust with other individuals, respect with other individuals, or have people who care for you and people talk to you with kindness, you would have to work on these relationships. And it's not going to be mastered overnight. This is something that you have to work on.
And also these words that we just mentioned, they are positive reinforcement.
Positive.
Positive reinforcement. You know, a lot of times if you feed yourself positivity throughout the day, think positive throughout the day, you begin to remove and displace a lot of negativity. So those words, those books that we read, I hope you incorporate them, utilize them, and apply them as well. You know, so this is some good stuff. All right, and so you know, we're gonna move on to the next one, I believe, and that is toxic relationship with others can poison your life and lead to a reoccurrence. Wow.
So we talked about healthy. Now let's give you a little bit of thing about toxic.
The contrast.
Yeah.
You have probably heard the old adage, you are who you hang with. Right? I used to hear that a lot.
Yeah.
You know, birds and a feather flock together. You know, and so that is so true and profound. The people you choose to have relationship with will greatly affect your sense of well-being, your recovery, your peace of mind. Choosing wisely when it comes to the company you keep is essential to enjoying a sober lifestyle.
Wow. It's good stuff there, man.
Yes, sir.
Real good stuff.
We have talked about what a healthy relationship looks like. Now, as Mike said before, let's identify a few of the characteristics of a toxic relationship.
Right.
A toxic relationship encourages drug and alcohol use.
A toxic relationship drains you of your energy.
A toxic relationship leaves you feeling bad about yourself.
A toxic relationship is verbally, emotionally, or physically abusive.
A toxic relationship does not respect personal boundaries.
A toxic relationship is not based on trust and mutual respect.
A toxic relationship creates a general feeling of insanity.
A toxic relationship is unreliable and unstable.
A toxic relationship consumes more time than you want to give.
A toxic relationship is controlling and manipulative.
A toxic relationship does not support others' healthy relationships in your life.
A toxic relationship centers on never-ending drama.
A toxic relationship is codependent.
A toxic relationship tears you down.
A toxic relationship diminishes your self-worth.
A toxic relationship lowers your standards.
A toxic relationship perpetuates negativity.
These are just a few of the many traits that define a toxic relationship. As you continue to work on yourself and your recovery, you will be less likely to engage in these kinds of relationships. You will find them unappealing because they take away from your life rather than add to it. They create drama and chaos. It is essentially important to be mindful of the people you are in relationship with. If you continue to expose yourself to toxicity, you may have a reoccurrence as a result. We know you want to stay sober, right? Guard your recovery like your life depends on it, because it does. You know, just because you may be involved with a toxic relationship, or whether it be friends, family, co-workers, or whatever, that doesn't mean that things can't change and that you cannot apply the healthy aspect of a relationship. But you have to also, as I stated earlier, have your mind focused on positive things, even though negative is gonna come. That's part of life. I ain't gonna preach, but focus on the positive. All right.
Positive self-talk. Having a healthy relationship with yourself. That's not it.
Yeah, that's,
Is it?
you know, that's the end.
I was looking at the wrong. Having a healthy relationship with yourself. When you have a healthy relationship with yourself, you are more likely to have healthy relationships with others. If you are abusive, unkind, disrespectful, destructive towards yourself, you're more likely to accept this kind of toxic behaviors from them. Wow, that's good. However you treat yourself, that's actually one thing. I live like that. Sometimes my wife would ask me why I did this to this person or said this to this person. I said, because that's what I want to come back to me. Even though that person might have said something wrong, I'll say something good back.
Counter.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah. So they might say something, and I was like, she said, "How are you able to just say the opposite?" And I'm like, "Because that's what I want. I want that to come back to me." So that's why I am. I'm like that. So it says you are more likely to accept this kind of toxic behavior from others. Let's be honest, an addiction or to alcohol or drugs like heroin, crystal meth, prescription painkillers lead to dysfunctional relationships with yourself. And in active substance use disorder, you are unkind to yourself. You abuse your body and you do things you are not proud of. This is a fact. Recovery is always about healing and learning to love yourself, like developing a healthy relationship with others. Becoming your own best friend is a process that takes time and dedication. That's why I said it's not going to come. I didn't get it overnight. I just, as people was teaching me, I paid attention. And then most of the time, I had to go back years later and tell somebody that they taught me something and I just didn't apply it at that time, but I'm actually applying it to my life now. And ironically, the men and women that I'm able to go back to and tell that, they said, I don't care when it came to the fact that you're able to humble yourself and tell me that you wasn't applying it gives me, makes me feel better. Because they was like, man, I don't know, my strategy ain't working. Or it ain't working with Mike anyway. But anyway.
Hard to penetrate.
Yeah, because I had to practice it. It took time and dedication. The more I tried it, the more I put dedication into it. That's how you do recovery. You start something, it takes time. You're not going to get it all like that. As you work the 12 steps of recovery, you will undergo transformational process that will teach you how to accept yourself, flaws and all.
Flaws and all.
I accept my flaws and all. Some stuff I'm just not good at. I just call my wife. But anyway. Here are 6 tips for developing a healthy relationship with yourself. I take one. Stop the negative self-talk.
Stay sober no matter what.
Do things that make you feel good about yourself, like exercise.
Set goals that will boost self-esteem.
Hang around with positive people who support and encourage you.
And number 6, forgive yourself for your past mistakes and move on.
Cultivating a healthy relationship with yourself is ongoing, lifelong process. But this is the greatest investment you can make. This is great. Remember, it's ongoing. I have not arrived. I don't like to use the term I arrived, but then I might give me a recliner, a rocking chair or something. I'm still ongoing. I want to learn every day. I want to learn new stuff. Ongoing, lifelong process. Cultivating a healthy relationship is ongoing, lifelong process.
So
When you start loving yourself, you become less bitter too.
Nice. When you start loving yourself, you become less bitter. That's true. You be like, I ain't got time. You know what? I'm good.
right.
All right, so having a healthy relationship with your higher power, having a relationship with God of your understanding is a very personal matter. Therefore, we believe it will be intrusive of us to tell you how to develop a healthy relationship with your high power. However, we do suggest prayer, meditation, 12 steps as a great place to start. Remember, spirituality is vital to your recovery. I think that is very true.
Trust the process and go at your own pace.
Move.
Remember, recovery is an exciting journey of self-discovery and personal growth. Let me read that again, just in case someone may misunderstood what I was just saying. Remember, recovery is an exciting journey of self-discovery and personal growth. It is not a race. Developing healthy relationships with others, yourself, and the God of your understanding is a process. Just take it
one day at a time.
Mhm.
And again, we would like everybody to thank y'all for tuning in for the coffee and conversation. We'll be here Thursday for your all recovery meeting at 1 p.m.
And we like to, I like to call this a light Monday,
Like Monday.
or Tuesday.
That's how light it is. That he's
That's how light. That's the light.
that he's still on Monday.
See how he reinterpreted that? Repeat what I said.
Yeah.
Let me say it again.
Come on.
We call this a light Tuesday.
Nice.
He followed instructions very well. But anyway, we enjoy sitting here and doing this exercise because we get a lot out of it. We have fun.
We hope you do too.
And we hope on Thursday, our all recovery meeting starts at 1 p.m. And we would love to have you to join and participate. And if you're on Facebook, please join in, tell a friend, hit the
Check
like.
us out on YouTube too.
Yeah.
At Cumberland County Human Services page.
And hit the like button and also the subscribe button.
Yep.
And turn on your notifications.
And turn on your notifications. Oh, we're rolling with
Oh,
Reese
we
now.
rolling now. Come on. All right. Once again, my name is Craig. I'm one of the recovery coaches here at Capital Recovery Center.